We are now live. Hello, and welcome to episode 5 of Still
Hello, Paul
Untitled.
Mills.
Still Untitled Game Show starring Paul and Ben.
That's correct.
Maybe that should be our title. Still Untitled Gaming
Still
Session.
untitled. It could
So,
work. Band. I've
yeah,
heard worse band names.
and we are a band. That's what this is.
Uh,
This is music.
okay. It's kind of like everything is art, right?
Yes, everything is art. Okay, lots of things to talk about.
Yeah. Where do we start,
Well,
Paul?
not as many things to talk about this week, but some things to talk about this week.
Okay.
You'll like this one.
Hit me.
Red Dead Redemption, backwards
Oh,
compatible
I
on Xbox
totally did
One.
hear that today, which is funny because like a couple months ago, they accidentally leaked it, I guess you would say, because
Mm,
it was live for a couple hours that you could play it backwards compatible, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh,
yeah,
Red
it
Dead!"
was like
And then they pulled it real quick, right? So then
it
all the
was
rumors of Red
secret.
Dead 2 and blah blah blah. Regardless, I have Red Dead, and I don't know if I'll go back to play it, but it's so good. I never did do the DLC, which has been touted as one of the greatest DLCs ever created. So I don't know if that's
Which one?
backwards compatible. The
The
Undead
one.
Nightmare.
Okay, I was gonna say the zombie one.
Yeah, which having played a little bit of it, I can see why. Like that's an amazing DLC, especially if you're into the Halloween and zombie stuff before they were cool.
Before
But
they were cool.
I mean, Rockstar also announced today that they're having there's a game they made Warriors or something
Mm-hmm.
that they're
The
also making
PS2 game.
available. Yeah, and it looks terrible, so I don't ever want to play it, but in this case old games are old. In Red Dead's case it's not, which if I'm not mistaken, Paul, you've never played it, have you?
No, we've discussed this several times already on
Yes,
this
we
show.
have. We will not discuss it again, except for my disappointment in you.
Okay. Um, I just realized like Xbox has this like play your 360 games with backwards
Mm-hmm.
compatibility, and PS4 has this play old PS2 games with
Mm-hmm.
by repurchasing them. I just think it's weird that they like picked different generations to go back to.
Well, I think, especially for Microsoft, like it's a real big feather in their cap. Their games with gold service, like all the 360 games are backwards compatible, which huge
Mm,
compared to what Sony offers, right?
yeah,
Uh, so
sometimes
I
they're like,
love the backwards compatibility, even though I don't use it that much. I've used it once or twice, but
yeah.
it's great.
I wonder how many people are like you that haven't actually taken the time to go back and play anything, but they still think it's awesome.
I don't know. It's a good question. Well, considering I guess the console future, this is going to be the wave of the future. Like everything's just going to build on each other, right? Like that's the whole point of the whole easy architecture, Project Scorpio,
Mm.
Project Neo. It's just going to be incremental increases. Like why would there need to be a fundamental architecture change for PS5 or Xbox Two?
I hope they call it Xbox Five.
Just
Actually,
skipped.
it'll only be the fourth one, right?
Yeah, yeah, it would.
Hmm.
So it'd be Xbox Four,
But they can't call it Xbox Four. Then they'll look like
right?
they're
Because then they'd
behind.
be like PS5. So like we're Xbox Five, we're Xbox 540.
Ooh.
Go crazy, man.
Well, I hope they call it the Xbox 5K, even though it's not possible.
Sure.
Maybe it'll be
Uh,
Xbox 5, comma K. But anyway,
um, so the question is though, are they making a bigger deal out of this Red Dead Redemption backwards compatibility and this PS2 classics on PS4? Like, do you think Red Dead or I mean Rocks
Rockstar.
Rockstar are gonna announce anything? Like,
I did
why
think of
would
that
they?
when I saw two big Rockstar announcements kind of in the same news cycle.
Yeah. But truth be told, I don't know their release schedule. Like, I don't know if we should be expecting anything from them anytime soon. Kind of like
They are.
Bethesda, it's every 3 or 4 years they have a Fallout or Elder Scrolls, Fallout or Elder Scrolls.
Uh,
I don't know what Red or Rockstar's is, so I suppose we could.
it's they're known for taking their time to
Hmm.
release, totally bug free, perfect games. Uh, no, really, like
They
they
are
are.
much better quality than like Bethesda
Yeah,
releases.
yeah. Um, so GTA 5 was 2013, and
2013.
they've pretty aggressively supported the online GTA Online. I don't know if that's
Hmm.
pushed anything else back with how much work they've done on it.
I wonder if that was a bigger success than they thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
Maybe
didn't
because of that
they
they.
made like 500 million on microtransactions? Yeah,
Hmm.
I bet. Yeah, I think it was more successful than they thought it would be, just like GTA 5 as a whole was. Um,
$500 million. I don't know how many
uh,
people work on Grand Theft Auto games, but obviously that's enough to pay everyone. So,
yeah, should be for sure. Should be enough to fund another really big game as well.
like Red Dead 2. Just saying.
Like Red Dead 2. They also have, don't they have at least two studios? Isn't there Rockstar and
And
Rockstar
Rockstar
North?
North. Yeah.
So yeah, somebody's got to be having something come up soon.
Hmm. Which I think it's Rockstar North that does the Red Dead games anyway. So
Right? I don't know. I don't know.
I feel
I
that's the
think
case.
there's enough in the waters now that Rockstar should be doing something soon. I'm gonna stamp that with official prediction. By the end of the year, by the end of 2016, Rockstar will make a major
We'll have
announcement.
announced something. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the one. I don't really follow them, so when something big from them comes out, I'm like, yay! But most of the time, I don't really care. Like Max Payne was never a thing for me. Bully was never a thing for me. This Warriors wasn't a thing. Ping Pong, nothing. Grand Theft Auto. I'm always fascinated by the story of Grand Theft Auto. Not like the story of the game, but like just the phenomenon that is Grand Theft Auto. So I
Mm-hmm.
follow it in that regard, but I don't really care for the game that much. So the only one that I have liked in recent memory was Red Dead. So if there is a Red Dead 2, hallelujah. Maybe we'll have a fall game, but it's probably not going to happen.
Oh yeah, I don't. They wouldn't announce anything for this year.
No, probably not,
We're
huh?
gonna start building the hype train for next fall.
Probably.
Cool. Well, item number two: Pokemon Go is starting its worldwide rollout.
That's right. I've been listening about
It,
that a little bit.
it officially released in New Zealand and Australia today. Very common to release mobile games in those
Smaller,
smaller
more.
yet still English-speaking markets.
Yeah. They had some open betas or whatever you call it here, but
Well, it was a
I,
closed beta. I tried to get
yeah,
in.
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Closed betas. Looking at it and like the kind of gameplay it is, and like you have to go out and walk around, and like if I lived in a big city like New York or San Francisco, Chicago, even like yeah, maybe, but here in Utah, like everything's so far apart. There's not like a great walking trail. I don't know how these games would work. It doesn't really interest me. You catch Pokemon.
Uh,
You have to go to certain events. Like, what if you have to go down to Shady Alley? Like, I just don't. This is not a game for me.
yeah, Ingress, at least in
Hmm.
Provo, Utah, where I was at the time and am again now. Ingress had a lot of stuff going on in Provo, and Provo is by no means a big city. So I
Yeah,
bet there would be. I bet there's plenty all over. It's actually just using all the data from Ingress to market
yeah.
locations. So as long as some people played Ingress in your area, there should be some stuff for you to do.
I just nah. I'm gonna give it a polite pass. Like, see you, Pokemon. You're great, but I'll play you on the Game Boy, not on my phone. This doesn't
Are
intrigue
you,
me at all.
are you gonna play Sun and Moon?
You know, the more I look into that game, the more I kind of want to buy it. So solid maybe.
Okay.
Like I got X and Y because it was the first 3D game, but it was pseudo 3D, and so
Mhm.
this is like a real, more true 3D.
Yeah,
So they
yeah,
might get me that way again. So
yeah. Which it should be noted, there was a Pokemon National Championship, big tournament, biggest
okay,
ever in the U.S. for Pokemon specifically this week.
digital or cards?
Both. So it
No.
was the trading card game, uh, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and Pokken Tournament. All three had championships at the same time. And
Did you compete in
women,
Pokken Tournament, Paul?
no, I didn't, but I should have. Apparently, there was only like 75 entrants in the main division.
You could have done it.
I could have lost in the first round, but had a lot of fun.
Yeah. What
Uh,
came out of that tournament? I had no idea.
Nothing big. Just the biggest news was that the Pokemon trading card tournament was actually the biggest turnout ever. There was over 1,000 people that entered, which really surprises me that they're gaining entrance to the
Hmm.
Pokemon trading card tournament.
True, because I have a lot of nieces and nephews, and Pokemon is not a thing. Like I haven't heard kids
Mhm.
talk about Pokemon in a long time, so I don't actually know if it's still big or not.
Yeah. There's a little kid who lives upstairs above me, and he loves Pokemon.
Oh
So
yeah?
it's alive
Does
with kids.
does he know what a Charizard is?
I bet he would, but I haven't checked for sure.
He probably doesn't know what a Muck or a Grimer or a
Mm,
Ghastly is, huh? What a punk.
yeah, but he probably knows Gray Ninja
Yeah,
and
yeah.
uh,
The other ones.
no, what is the there's a luchador owl, Hawlucha.
Oh, yeah,
Hawlucha.
yeah. I know which one you're talking
That's
about.
awesome. I guess it's not an owl. I think it's a hawk.
Yeah, it's just
That's
a little
a
guy.
Hawlucha.
Like you look at the stats,
Yeah,
it's like what, 8 inches tall? So it's just a little one. It's
but it's awesome.
adorable.
It looks awesome. There was also trending on YouTube a new trailer showing new Pokemon from Sun and Moon that all looked
I did not see it.
ridiculous.
What kind of ridiculous? Are you talking like Chandelure ridiculous or like awesome ridiculous?
I'm talking a fish with giant lips
Okay, sure.
and a dragon that looks like the never ending stories dragon.
That dog thing.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
And um, what was the other one? Oh, there's an electric bug type Pokemon. Uh, yeah, nothing huge, but some new ones revealed that some of them
Which
look
Sun and
ridiculous.
Moon releases when? November?
November. Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Which okay, I think that's Nintendo's only big game. They've yet to announce anything, though. Nintendo apparently is coming to Gamescom. So my prediction from last week that they're gonna at least reveal the NX before Gamescom and then show it off there. Hey, I'm just saying, I
Hmm.
might not be wrong.
Might not be wrong. Uh, Staying on Nintendo news, Miyamoto this week
Hmm.
basically said he doesn't believe in VR yet.
Didn't they
Let
say that
me,
they are looking into it? Like they're obviously
yeah,
aware of it. They're not playing ignorant. But I mean, technically, they did do
no,
that 20 some odd years ago.
yeah, they were way ahead of the curve and behind it at the same time. Um, I'm pulling up the actual quote here. He said, at this year's E3, I was on the show floor and I did not feel like VR was that big of a topic.
Hmm.
He said that. And then he said, um, this could be because VR is not that much to look at for the spectator, even while it might be highly appreciated for the person actually experiencing it. It might also not be clear how the experience can be made into a product.
Well, um, So having only a brief exposure to VR, I'm not terribly impressed. A lot of people say like PSVR had a mobile demo, like they were going to different Best Buys around the country. A coworker of mine went to it. He thought it was cool, but I mean, I'm not sold on VR. And so I kind of see where he's coming from, but I do feel like unfortunately VR is the trend of the future. I just don't know how mainstream it will get. Like how niche will it stay?
Yeah. I still have not seen a killer app, and until I do, I don't think it'll go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like the big games out of E3, none of them were VR.
No. Well, that we know about. I mean, maybe someone's trying to like keep it under wraps until they can actually pull it off. I don't know.
Yeah. But like the big ones people are talking about, no one is talking about a VR game anywhere near. They're talking about like God of War or Gears of War or, you know, any of the traditional console PC games that were announced at E3.
True. Just because I don't think VR is there, like it doesn't have the
Yeah.
resolution. It requires too much processing power. Give it 5 more years, and yeah, maybe we're literally seeing the infancy of VR.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just playing the old man card, like, oh, then these kids and their new technologies, it's never gonna work. Whereas, like, look at us
Yeah.
now with Twitter and iPhones, right? So,
Well, but the iPhone is the iPhone because it had so many awesome apps, you know, that had the software that changed your life. Um, Whereas VR, there's still not something that's like I want a VR headset because I want this software or this game.
yeah.
Um, you need hardware and software.
What
Kind of a
kind of game
chicken
would
and
you
egg.
look for? Like, what are you expecting out of this? Like, I don't know. Do you think VR is? It's not going to reinvent the wheel. It's just a new experience, a new way
No,
to like immerse yourself in a game.
yeah,
Which the idea of that's really cool. It's just not consumer friendly yet, in my opinion.
yeah. But like Halo wasn't anything especially new and exciting, but it sold the Xbox,
Yes.
and that's what I mean.
Well,
There's
we say
no,
that, but I mean, relative to other shooters at the time, like, is rather innovative.
yeah, but so it didn't totally reinvent the wheel, but it took a major step forward. That's what VR needs. It needs a Halo. It needs something that
Well,
people
it's
like.
the idea. I
I
think the
really
idea
want to
is
play
like
that.
the immersion factor. That's the
Yeah.
part that, like, have you done any VR, significant VR demos?
Uh, I wouldn't call any of them significant. No.
No, I haven't either.
Um, but that's the thing. You still need like the idea is there, but it still needs the killer execution. The like not just immersion, ooh, but like I don't know, like Halo VR. Like you gotta go play Halo VR. But I don't have a VR headset. It doesn't matter. Go buy one. It will change your life. That's not there yet.
No.
So anyone who buys a VR headset right now is buying an idea. They're not buying a product.
How long do you think it'll take before we get one of those, or do you think it'll pull a Wii U and just DOA?
No, there's too many people doing too much for it to never happen. It it won't be this year. It may not even be next year. Although maybe holiday next year there'll be some big VR title that convinces people
This is a
who
thing
aren't.
that's worth your
Yeah,
time. Do
people
you foresee
who
yourself ever buying one, Paul?
not right now, but if something comes out that convinces me, um,
I just
I don't
can't
know.
see myself ever buying one.
It'll require a different kind of game, something that really plays up the whole immersion factor.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Well, Miyamoto's down on it, which he is. I take everything he says with a grain of salt because he's Miyamoto and he's Nintendo. Nintendo's always been a little behind the times, a little behind the curve.
Mm-hmm.
They're very original, but they are always behind the curve on certain technologies, and that might be one. Even though technically they were way ahead, the
Hmm.
Virtual Boy or whatever, but I mean, not really. So
It wasn't even close to
yeah,
VR as we know it now.
yeah, that was more like the 3DS and 3D technology, not VR.
Yeah.
So because like okay, here he says Miyamoto says Star Fox Wii U, the most underrated game. What?
Yeah, yeah. Someone asked him,
Explain that to me
and he
because I didn't
said,
hear this.
yeah, which Wii U game does legendary designer Shigeru Miyamoto think you should give a second look? And he responded, I think personally Star Fox is a really fun game if you sit down and play it. I think, for example, an elementary school kid who plays it without any preconceived notions, I think it would be really fun for them. I think it's also really, really fun for siblings to play together.
He's probably right, but you have a
Yeah.
smirk on your face.
What elementary school kid is playing Star Fox without any preconceived notions?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what kids these days are into.
Any kid playing Star Fox in 2016 has a dad who's telling him to play Star Fox. And that's the problem.
You think?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know a lot of kids, but I don't think there's any kid who, of his own volition, is like, "Mom and Dad, please buy me Star Fox." Like, how do kids know about Star Fox? The last game that came out in the series came out. When did the last Star Fox came out?
It was on the GameCube, and it would have been. I don't know if there was a Wii one. I don't think there was a Wii one. Well, regardless, like I'm trying to think. Okay, so that quote, like I played Star Fox in elementary school, and I'm trying to think, how did I? Like I was a well-informed kid because no one in my family played games, and so I had Nintendo Power, and so I was drinking Nintendo Kool-Aid, right?
Yeah,
So I assume there are a handful of kids that were like me that are like, yeah, Nintendo, yeah. But if they were like me, they would have read about these older games and like they would have been reading things. So I don't know. You're right. It's a pretty small group that he would cite right there.
I
But
really like. Yeah, so maybe
I still want to
there's
try
one
Star Fox
kid.
Guard.
Yeah, me too, actually. So maybe there's a scenario where like one kid's dad buys it for him and says, "I played a game like this when I was your age," and then he brings his friends over, and his friends are all like, "Oh, Star Fox, it's so cool."
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't seem like Star Fox is a huge hit for Nintendo, so I
No,
don't think that
obviously not.
happens very often. I don't know. Maybe I'm totally misinformed.
I don't know if it ever charted on any NPD sales or anything like that, so I have no idea. I know I didn't buy it.
I do know that uh, Minecraft has averaged 53,000 sales per day in 2016. So
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is so amazing.
yeah,
So amazing. Dude, does it
actually,
say like how many now it was finally released on the Wii U? So does it say how many on the Wii U have been sold?
no, no. The official blog that I was reading earlier today didn't break down specific console platforms. It just had PC, mobile, and console.
That's
Mobile
so that's
by
so
far
cool.
the highest.
That is so cool. I can see why it was sold for $2 billion.
Yeah, I bet. I bet they've made most of that back.
Yeah, probably.
I'm
Probably.
trying to
Let's see
think.
here real
The,
quick.
the PC the PC version is $26.
So let's say an average of $20 times
Well,
53,000.
the mobile version is only 7, so do an average of 10.
Well, how much is on PC's 26, mobile's 7, and then consoles are what?
Console is
15 or 20? I think they're 20.
20. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
Maybe.
20. So they're making it
Okay.
over a million a day.
Yeah. Yeah. So they probably haven't made all their money back yet, but It's only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. But anyway, moving on. Like Minecraft, good job. Good job.
Yeah.
So proud of you, Mojang.
Um, but you know what's going to outsell Minecraft is the Rocket League Physical Collector's Edition that came out today.
It came out today?
Yeah,
See,
it
I
comes
have
with
since our team has stopped playing Rocket League, I have lost track of all Rocket League news. I did play it ironically Saturday
nice.
with a friend, and it was great, and it's still as wonderful as ever. I haven't tried any of the new Rocket Labs maps, but
Yeah, I've been playing a little bit. The new map is difficult but fun.
maybe I'll
Uh,
buy this physical release on the Xbox One so I can have it on any console.
yeah,
I have it
anyone.
on Steam. I have it on PS4. I could get it on Xbox One. Why not?
Yeah,
Who's gonna stop
and
me?
then with the physical release, you get all the DLC and exclusive cars that aren't available for like a month or something, or maybe like just
How
a
much is
couple.
it?
I think it's 30.
Okay, I'll think about it. Probably won't do it, but I'll think about it.
Yeah, and they have like this weird item trade-in system now, where if you get like 5 rare items, you can trade them in for an extra rare item. Uh,
Okay, sure. That's a new concept. Hope it
yeah,
works.
they have upgradable items. So
What?
yeah, so if you
Those
get like
RPG mechanics, man.
they're everywhere. But if you get like a wizard's hat and you make enough goals, eventually it becomes like an upgraded wizard hat. It's just weird stuff like that.
I like
Really
it.
interesting.
I
Where they
like it a
take
lot, actually. Okay,
yeah.
I should get
There's
back into Rocket League.
everything Rocket League has done in the last year has been, oh crap, this is way bigger than we thought. Like, what do we do?
All thanks to PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, well, in big part, yeah. And but I think the biggest platform now is PC, but maybe
Oh,
that's
probably.
just I mean, the competitive scene by far is exclusively PC. But
Really?
oh yeah, uh, but I don't know how that reflects the whole population.
Okay, well,
Um, okay, okay, are you ready for the E3 Games Critics Awards?
yeah, hit me.
This is the main topic of the show, apparently. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you the category, and you're going to
Okay,
guess what won,
okay,
and then I'll keep official tally.
okay. I
Okay,
think I'm gonna do pretty good at this.
okay. Best of show.
Zelda.
It's 1 for 1
That
for Benjamin.
was easy.
Best original game.
Original game. Does
Yeah.
that count like games that were shown the year before?
Yes, it's just in a new franchise, unreleased. So Zelda would not count for this category.
Okay. I'm gonna say try to think of the different exclusives that were there, different like new there was Zero Dawn, there was would you count Inside? Like I played that one.
Yeah, Inside would count.
But not a lot of people are talking about Inside. What other games were there? God of War would not count because that's just nope. Recore, no.
No, it counts. That's an original
Oh yeah,
IP.
it is original, but I'm thinking no one was talking about it that much. Everyone looked at it like, "What is this game?" I'm probably gonna. It's probably gonna be Zero Dawn because it's like the biggest exclusive that's like new and everyone's talking about it. So Zero Dawn,
That's 2 for 2.
crushing it. I should be a critic
Best console game.
of all the consoles.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be God of War or Zelda. Hold on, I need a coin. I don't have a coin. I'm gonna give it to Zelda because I want it to win.
That's 3 for 3.
All right.
Uh,
I'm real good at this.
best VR game.
Oh, shoot. What was there? Uh, I don't know. I don't know what VR. I didn't keep tabs of VR. I don't even know what was there. I don't even know. I can't. Okay, first VR game that pops into my head. Uh, there no VR. There was the Resident Evil demo. Does that count?
Well, there's Resident Evil 7.
I'll give it to Resident Evil 7 because I don't know.
First wrong one.
Oh,
Batman Arkham VR.
I forgot about that. The people apparently that was like a surprise, they weren't expecting that to be as cool as it was.
Yeah.
You get to put on the cowl, Paul. You get to put on the mask.
Hashtag.
Oh, dang it.
Okay.
Wait, original game. Would Spider-Man count? No, they should have given it to Spider-Man.
I don't know if Spider-Man would count. I don't think so because it's not an original IP.
That's true. It's not. Anyway, moving on. I bet Spider-Man won something. Best trailer.
Okay. Well, we're not done yet. Best PC game.
Was it Civilization that came out? I can't remember. That was like the one thing from the PC conference that I'm like, that's a thing that would be there. So was it Civilization or was it something else? I'm gonna go Civ 6, 5.
No, 6. You should stop there.
6. Yeah. Civ 6.
Okay, so you're.
Oh, was I right?
Yeah, you're right. That's
Sorta.
4 for 5. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Okay, best hardware / peripheral.
That's gonna be. I'm gonna give it to PlayStation VR. It's either that or the Slim because it's super sexy, but it's gonna be PSVR because VR is the new hot banana.
You are 5 for 6.
See, should be a critic.
You should be a critic. Best action game.
God of War.
You are wrong.
No.
Battlefield 1.
Oh, that's an action game? It's a shooter.
Well, sorry, shooter is not a category. So.
Oh, well, okay. Battlefield 1. I'll allow it. It's fine.
So what are you? You're 5 for 7?
5 for 7.
Okay. Best action adventure game.
Oh. That's either going to be Zero Dawn or Zelda. I'm going to give it to Zelda because Zelda wins everything. So it's Zelda or Zero Dawn. Zelda.
6 for 8.
Yes. Do they have runners up? Was it Zero Dawn next or something like that?
No, there's no runners up on this that I'm looking at anyway.
Oh, okay.
Best role-playing game.
Best RPG. Ooh. I'll give it to Final Fantasy 15.
7 for 9.
Oh!
Best racing game.
Oh, I have no idea, but I want to say Forza Horizon 3 because it looked dope, and I'm going to probably buy that game.
You are at 80%, 8 to 10.
That game.
Best fighting game.
What fighting games were? Oh, well, there was Injustice. They announced a new character for Killer Instinct, but Killer Instinct I feel is kind of like a niche. No one really cares except for the hardcore like fans. And so besides those two, I don't know if anything else was announced. So I'll go with Injustice 2.
9 for 11. Best sports game.
Is this gonna be one of those stupid like Rocket League got best sports game, which it's totally not a sports game? That still makes me upset. Like a lot of best sports game, really, guys? Okay, best sports game. Oh, I know, Paul. It's gonna be FIFA for that dope story mode because it's so dramatic and telling. So FIFA 17.
You are incorrect. It was Steep.
Steep. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, okay, good, actually. I'm glad it's not FIFA. Go Steep. Good job, Steep.
So you're what, 8 for 11 now?
No,
Nine?
nine for 12.
9 for 12. Okay. Best strategy game.
Uh uh I feel like it's either gonna be some weird niche game that I have no idea, or it's gonna be Civ 6. Why not? Civ
Is that
6.
your final answer?
No. What else was there? Strategy RPG, strategy. Yeah, it's gonna have to be because I can't think too fast.
You are now 10 for 13.
Oh,
It was Civ 6.
Civ 6. All right.
Best family game.
Oh, I didn't know that was a category. What a good category. What would Paul play with Eli? Oh, I have no idea. Is there any chance that I could get this, Paul?
Yeah. There's a chance.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have we talked about it? This
Uh,
game?
Briefly. If
Oh,
no, maybe not.
only briefly. Well, it's not going to be South Park.
No, it's not South Park.
I'm going to go with Just Dance. That's Just
It's a,
Dance
it's a good
17 or whatever.
answer, but it is not the correct one.
Dang it.
Skylanders Imaginators.
Oh, oh, Crash is in there. Yay!
Yeah. So what puts you what, 10 for
10
14?
for 14.
Okay, we have three more.
Oh, man.
Best online multiplayer.
Best online multiplayer. So there was Elder Scrolls. This isn't as exclusively like MMOs, but could it be like any online shooters? Like I'm
Mhm.
thinking Titanfall 2, Battlefield, anything like that, eh? Okay. What was touted as great multiplayer? I'm gonna give it to Battlefield 1 because that seemed to hit the press real hard.
10 for 15.
Dang it! What
It
was it?
was Titanfall 2.
Dang it! I should have just gone with what I wanted instead of what they. It's playing the crowd too much.
Yeah,
See, I
you gotta
should be a
be.
critic.
You
Follow my
should be a
gut.
critic. Follow
Follow
your
my
gut. Yeah,
gut.
exactly. Don't give in. Okay. Best independent game.
Oh, I'll give it to Inside because I played it and I knew it was there, even though hardly anyone talked about it. But Inside.
11 for 16.
Woo!
Did you play the whole game already?
I sure did. It
Did
was
it blow your
only
mind?
3 hours. What?
Did it blow your mind?
We'll talk about it in a minute.
Okay. Okay. This is the last one.
Okay.
So we're going for 12 for 17 if you get
Yeah.
this right. Special commendation for graphics.
So like the best graphics.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me if it's console or PC?
Uh, I feel like I don't want to because you're the
Oh,
game show.
okay. Okay. The game that everyone was talking about with best graphics. No, follow my gut. Follow my gut. I'm gonna give it to Zero Dawn. Dang it.
Incorrect.
Dang it.
Leaving you
What was
for
it?
what? 11 of 17. It was God of War.
Yeah. God, that was my second choice. Dang it. Dang it. That was my second choice. I feel so ashamed. So ashamed.
So Ben's official guess the critics awards for 11 for 17. I don't know what that is in percentage.
I don't know either. It's really amazing is what it is. It is 11 divided by 17. 65%.
65%. Congratulations.
It's better than 50-50.
Yeah.
So, okay, Inside. Last week, a review hit IGN, and in the review, I had heard of this game, and like, Microsoft talked about it briefly. They're like, "Oh, it'll be released on June 28th or whatever it was, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And the review hit IGN, and the video review, the guy he starts off, he's like, "Well, this game is a masterpiece, and if you need more convincing, then go ahead and watch. But I'd recommend you just go play it and experience it for yourself." And I'm like, I actually kind of want to buy this game anyway, so I did, and I didn't watch the rest of the review until I played it. And having played the game, having seen the technical side of what goes into creating video games now, more hands-on, and like the amount of work it takes, playing this game on like a technical and polished standpoint blew my mind. Like I could not believe how well and how polished everything was. Like all of the animations are spot on. At one point you're in this little circular sub and you're swimming around and you have to get in the sub, and no matter which angle you approach, it's like a unique, he gets on it without, it's like, it's not a canned, well, it is an animation, but there's just, you can get on it from any angle, right? But you're only getting in and out of that thing like twice throughout the whole game. So it's like they went to great lengths to get all of these animations and all of these sound effects and particles and just the way, the atmosphere of this game. Like I have to admit, it's definitely one of the most surprising and shocking games I've played. By shocking, I mean like not grotesque or ew or like a jump scare or anything like that, but like just amazing how much work they put into this to make it as what it is. Like I won't spoil anything for you, Paul, because someday I'd like you to play it. Did you ever play Limbo?
No.
Was that a game for you? Like you've never played it?
No, wasn't it Xbox Live Arcade? And
Well, when it first launched, yes.
Yeah.
But now
Yeah,
no, it's trickled out. It's limped out to everything now. It's on PS4, I think, even.
Yeah, one I missed.
Yeah, so that was their game previous, and so they're just kind of like expanding on that. Which that game was just kind of atmospheric and moody as well, just unique for its time, like the whole silhouette. And so this Inside is similar in the fact that this little boy, and there's sometimes these gory deaths, so you're like, oh, that was not what I was anticipating. In fact, there's a couple times I'm like, I just want to see how they kill him, which is weird.
Sure.
Because it's just, yeah. And the way the game ends, like, I didn't see it coming in a way that it was weird. I'll tell you about it someday if you decide not to ever play it, and I'll tell you all about it. But
okay. But it was like good. It like impressed you. Oh, I think you froze. Dang it. Well, we've lost Ben.
did you die? There you are.
There you are. Okay.
I don't know what happened there.
I don't know.
Regardless, with Inside, I can see why it's getting like 10s across the board, because for the game experience that it's trying to do, it is rather flawless. Like it's doing amazing things with like just atmosphere. Do I think it's going to be like game of the year quality that people are saying? Like, maybe, but I don't see it, because I don't know. Like, yes, I enjoyed my time playing it, and I'll probably be thinking about it for a long time, but I don't think it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to spend all of my time playing this game, which I don't know if that necessarily needs to be a qualifier for game of the year.
But it's not like Undertale, where like people will
die.
Undertale.
You cut it.
Undertale. Oh, lost you again. For our viewing audience, I was referring to Undertale by Toby Fox, a 2015 independent RPG that hailed back to Japanese RPG tropes, but had several twists through narrative and mechanics that made it a whole new gaming experience. This game was recently gifted by a popular YouTuber to the Pope himself. The game is also known for a very intense fan base, which will defend the game pretty much to their deaths.
I think your internet's going faulty on us there, Paul.
You think it's my internet?
I don't know, but I feel like it is.
You think it's my internet?
I do. Your Google Fiber. Yeah, I do. I'm throwing the gauntlet down.
See,
I don't know what you said. You said it. So it's not under, and then you cut out. So
it's not Undertale.
oh, I don't know. I haven't played Undertale. That game does not intrigue me at all, actually, because it's like an RPG where you don't actually have to fight anybody. It's all dialogue based. Okay.
But you remember how people reacted to Undertale? Is it that level of?
How did they react, Paul? I know Bug played it, and I was like, "Oh dear, that's an indie game that Bug's playing. I probably won't like it." So,
okay, well, Undertale is like known for its fan base that will like die before they admit that anything ever made is better than Undertale.
Oh, no, I don't think it's going to be quite like that.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so Inside. I hope I can talk to somebody who has played it. Like, I'm excited to listen to some podcasts this week or spoiler casts just to be like, that was a weird game, man. Yeah, it totally was, but totally nailed it. So Inside. If you get around to it, or if it goes on sale on PC, like, go pick it up and play it, just because the puzzles are not hard. Mm-hmm. It's just, I beat it in a weekend. It's 3 hours. So
okay.
Anyway, that's Inside.
Official review.
Yeah, official review. No score, because I don't roll like that. Or should I? No, I don't roll like that.
No score. It's fine. Okay, well, I think that wraps up episode 5 of the still untitled gaming talk show with Paul and Ben.
Yes. Did we get a viewer, Paul?
Yes, we currently have one viewer. Hello, viewer.
Hello, viewer.
Thank you for coming by.
We appreciate your viewership.
Yes, very much.
Okay.
This will conclude this week's show. Thank you for watching, viewer.
All right. It's been a pleasure, Paul. Bye.